And speaking of Ted Kennedy, I have to play this. This is when Ted Kennedy died. Nobody cared. I mean, when Reagan died, people poured into the street grieving. When Ted Kennedy died, it was like, but the press covered it like something truly tragic had happened. Here is just a sample I took from ABC News' coverage of his death. Listen to the incredible, it's like a hagiography. It's like they're burying a saint.
Today, the world reacted to the passing of Senator Ted Kennedy. The White House lowered the flag to half-staff as President Obama called Kennedy the greatest senator of our time. The funeral is planned for this Saturday in Boston, and then later at Arlington National Cemetery, the last son of Camelot will be laid to rest next to his brothers, and that will be his sanctuary in death. And yet again tonight, our eyes turn to the Kenedy family's sanctuary, their compound in Hyannisport, Massachusetts, where they've united and rejoiced in good times and searched for solace after great tragedy. They gather there now for Teddy, as David Wright reports.
Today, outside the Kenedy compound, the flags were at half-staff again. The satellite trucks on Marchant Avenue parked uncomfortably close. The reporters outside peering in as the Kennedys gathered behind closed doors to mourn another loss.
So I just want to remind you, okay, I just want to bring this back up because people know that Ted Kennedy, they know about Chappaquiddick, they know that he drove a young girl, he drove his car into the water and a young girl died, Mary Jo Kopechne. When she was found, she was not wearing any underwear, which is suggestive that perhaps he was screwing around with her, as he was with virtually any woman who came anywhere near him. But people don't remember. Kennedy went and got a couple of friends to kind of go into the water. This is what he said. Then he went back to his hotel. He swam back to his hotel, right? He got there at around 2:30 in the morning, and the friend said, well, we thought he was going to call the police. They didn't call the police, and Kennedy didn't call the police. At around 3 in the morning, he called the hotel owner to complain that there was a noisy party that woke him up. At 7:30 in the morning, right, all this time she's down there underwater, he was talking casually to the winner of the previous day's sailing race. Didn't say anything. 8 a.m., right, the guys who were out with him the night before, they came and showed up, and they said, did you call the police? No, didn't call the police. He said, what did he say? He said, I was thinking about my own thoughts and feelings as I swam across the channel and hoping that somehow when they arrived in the morning, they were going to tell me that Mary Jo was still alive. Meanwhile, John Farrar, the captain of the fire rescue team who dove down, and got the body, he said it looked as if she were holding herself up to get a last breath of air. It was a consciously assumed position because, when you go into the drink in a car, the car fills with water and the air gets pushed up. So you can stay alive a little bit longer by staying in the air pocket. You float up into the air pocket. Okay, he says it looks as if it was a consciously assumed position. She didn't drown. She died of suffocation in her own air void. It took at least 3 or 4 hours to die. And this rescue guy says, I could have had her out of that car 25 minutes after I got the call, but he didn't call. Okay, that's the guy Barack Obama called the greatest senator of our time.